and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who taught me this truth. I would like to say Shalom to you Akim and you few Akwath, you men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. It's your brother Micah Allah, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Lord willing to edify. And right now, I really don't know what I'm going to title this lesson, but, Lord willing, the spirit, it'll give me some, but just came across this video right here, and this is, Lord will, going to be a quick lesson just to really give a warning, to you women, and really just to really warn you that this kind of behavior that you're about to see in this video, and you see women in this society, mainly over here on the soils of America, with this feminist mentality, this mentality that, women think that they're equal to a man, or some even go as far as thinking that they're above a man, you see, and how you women with that mindset and you women with these characteristics and these actions that this bitch in this video finna show, the Lord is going to destroy every female, mainly speaking to you Israelite women, or the tribes. The Lord's going to destroy all of you with these characteristics in that feminist mindset. And the times that we're in, like, this is really not the time for you women to be getting out of line, because judgments are always going out, but they're intensifying every single day. And as we get closer and closer to the fullness of Jacob's trouble, you're going to see a lot of women be put to death by Yahweh Shema Shai in grievous ways, just because of how they have continued to carry themselves carelessly in this society, you see. But let's get straight into it, though.
That won't even be a thing. Excuse you.
What?
Didn't you hear me?
You can have it. You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you. What is you talking about?
You can have some fucking manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
Have some manners. Like I
said, excuse you. Fuck is you
see what I'm saying, bro?
That won't even be a thing. Excuse you.
What?
Didn't you hear me?
You can have it. You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you. What is you talking about?
You can have some fucking manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
have some manners.
So as you can see, Eve is super out. But this the crazy thing. You women know what you be doing, man. Because if you pay close attention to Jake's background, when the camera get turned, the Lord made sure to let us that was viewing this video, to see Eve's help in the background, Esau Edom. You see? The police. Let's continue on so you can see it. And I'm going to pause it. Because the reason why you women do what the fuck you do and you buck up against men is because you know that you got a shoulder to lean on. Esau, your boyfriend, so-called white man, he's going to have your back, because his main goal is to ultimately destroy the Israelite man as many ways as possible. And the main way that he's used to destroy the Jake Israelite man is by the way through our women, And our women lean on this dude for protection. But guess what? Esau is cutting you hoes off. He's cutting you hoes off, man. You seeing a lot of women catching pure hell, struggling, losing jobs. these corporate jobs you bitches done boasted in, you know, the fact that you were put in a position of authority to be over a man, which is all according to prophecy, because that's a part of our punishment from Yahweh Shem Shah. But that still doesn't give you the right to follow in those wicked ass footsteps, because you're not to follow a multitude to do evil. And you women use Esau, you know, as a crutch, you know, or as a shield, so to speak, you know, through this man's corrupt police system, you know, these different laws, legislations that he has written, you know, to basically cater to the woman, man. But all of that shit finna fail, because this ain't goddamn, you know what I mean? This ain't 2010, you know, this ain't 2012, you know what I mean? Where you just had the luxuries of just doing all this shit. You know, the Lord is about to put an end to all of this, you know, ill behavior. But let's get back into it, though, so you can see.
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you. What the fuck is you talking about?
You can have some fucking manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
You can have some manners.
There go her help right there. And that's really what be saving you women, man. But guess what? All you women that have put men on child support, all you women who put men in jail, even had men set up to be put to death, because mainly you Israelite women are the ones who's responsible for actions like that. You're well and very known for things like that, you know? The tables are about to turn, and that's what you fail to realize, because this was never set up to last forever. And keep this in mind. This is how you know she knew exactly what she was doing. Because if Jake was to react, who's going to get the worst punishment? The Israelite woman, even though it's on camera that she hit him first, who's going to get the worst of punishment if Jake was to retaliate in that moment? Obviously, Jake is going to get the worst of punishment, you see? But that just further proves why this place, America, will and needs to be destroyed, you see? Because that's unrighteous as hell. Really, that action that Eve just did in the ancient world, that would have had her immediately put to death. Really, women in the ancient world, you never thought to put your hands on a man. And if you did, the scriptures tell you the punishment, going back to, if roughly paraphrasing, if your husband was to get in an altercation with another man and Eve was to jump in there, guess what? Your hand would be cut off. You know, if you was to grab his rod, roughly paraphrasing, well, the Heavenly Father said that your fucking hand should be cut off, man. But we see that those laws are clearly not being implemented here in this place, America, and that's why you women continue to be more puffed up with pride and to, display your wicked actions, because this is not the way a woman, or the tribes is supposed to operate in the planet Earth, man. This is clearly out of order, and may Yahweh Shema Shah destroy every last one of you women that had this mentality, that had these characteristics, and that refuses to repent, you see? But let's get straight into it, though. Isaiah 32 and verse 9, it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." You should be you should be attentive to the words of Yahweh Shema Shah through the mouth of the prophets. Because the Lord is not playing with you women. The Lord already sanctioned and decreed that in these last days, once he sent forth those death angels, he's going to kill more women than he's going to kill men. Because guess what? The Heavenly Father through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah, has created more women than men in the planet Earth to begin with. So you women are going to get the bad end of the stick. You're going to get it the worst. The Lord said he's going to kill maids, little children, and women, roughly paraphrasing. Everybody gonna get it. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. You see? So the times that we in, you women are gonna be suffering. Remember, Esau's taking away your food stamps. You know what I mean? Your SNAP benefits and all that. He's taking away your jobs. And you women do not know how to sustain on your own. Now, Esau has deceived you into having you to think that you could operate in this planet Earth without having a hedge or a man, in your presence. You think that you could be independent. You think you could just do bad all by yourself. Well, in the times we in, when this famine has fully presented itself, when the teeth of wild beasts get to roaming around and sniffing your ass, nobody's gonna save you, man. You see? Ain't nobody gonna save you. And when you women finally snap out of it, when reality kick you in the mouth, ain't no man gonna wanna risk his life for you, man. You see? Now this is not, geared towards, you women that believe. If the shoe fit, then wear it. But if it don't fit, don't worry about it. You see? But this is mainly for, the Israelite woman that is operating in this society that doesn't have this truth, that doesn't have the understanding. You see? It says, for the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. You see? So when Jacob's trouble hit, ain't gonna be no police. You see? It ain't gonna be no man goes to jail for beating the dog shit out of Eve. It ain't gonna be none of that, man. It's gonna be free game, man. This is gonna be a lawless land. This is gonna be, imagine the setting of The Purge, as brothers often make reference to. These movies aren't just created just to look cool or just so you can have you a bag of popcorn and get you a few scary scenes in or a few laughs in, and you go back home and throw everything that you seen in the back of your head and forget about it, thinking that it's not going to be one day your reality, because the Lord is going to make that your reality. You see? That's why he constantly shows you and has the spirit on Esau to come out with these third world movies, where every man basically survival mode, and you women don't know nothing about survival. All you know is America, which has pushed forth comfortability unto you. You women have forgotten how to be women. And of course, our apostles and elders have been warning about this and speaking on these things for decades, but we're in that time that they were prophesying about. Like, we're even more in that time now than when our apostles and elders were speaking upon these things, man. How much more now? How much more today? You see? You're constantly hearing, those, the Northern Kingdom, those migrants, when they were migrating over here to America. Hell, I know plenty of Northern Kingdom women, that I've talked to that came from these different countries and traveled, long distances, and had to basically go through hell to get over here. And how they said that you had many casualties, many of missing women, many women being raped, many women, just being tortured, being taken advantage of, all type of ill acts happening to the women of the Northern Kingdom, just to get over here to America. But we in a time that's going to be worse than that, plus 70 AD, plus the time of slavery, any wicked and bad time that you could think of that has happened in history. Jacob's trouble is going to far exceed that. And we cannot stress that enough, man. You see? It says, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bear gird sackcloth upon your loins. You see, so you women should be in a state of mourning, repenting, and really humbling yourself to your husband and to Yahweh Shema was shot in your husband, man. You see? That's what you really should be doing. Well, really humbling yourself to your husband, but if you don't have a husband, humbling yourself to Yahweh Shema was shot. And in due season, asking the Lord to bring you a man of the Lord. Because you're going to need a man of the Lord in these times. All that, I don't need a nigga, I don't need a man, you know. All these things you women boast about, you know, it's all going to bite you in your ass, man. And you women just going to have to find that out the hard way. You know, let's get this. This is Micah 7 and verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh Shema Washai because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light and I shall behold his righteousness. You see, so the reason why we even have to deal with our women being out of order, you know what I mean, in these last days is because of our transgressions against Yahweh Shema Washai. So this is our punishment. This is a part of our punishment. You know, our women being out of order, a women compassing a man, all of these different things. But that's just not the end all be all. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. Remember, in the day of thy power, thy people will be willing. You see, you women, you bullshitting now. You disregarding the man of the Lord. You know, now you talking all this shit now. You don't need a man now. But when that time comes and reality comes, because it's really about reality. Ultimately, it's really about reality. Because that's what Esau, you know, has trained you people to reject or dismiss is reality. You people living in fucking fantasy land. You see? It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. So when the time of trouble is at hand, you're going to see it. You're going to witness it. All you corporate hoes, because that's all you is a bunch of corporate sluts, man. You ain't no fucking Proverbs 31 women. You ain't no virtuous women. You hoes suck off your bosses, you commit adultery, and you get put in high positions. That's all you bitches is, man. You see? And the Lord's going to kill you. But it says, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Exactly. You women going to be trodden down, man. Lord's going to trodden you hoes down, man. And as he should. You see? Because the Lord is teaching us why you're going to be trodden down. Just like how he's teaching us why America's going to be destroyed. We're being taught why you're going to be destroyed as well, man. Because you women are completely out of order. Especially Judah. The southern kingdom. You know. Matter of fact, and Ephraim. Because Ephraim is the leader of the northern kingdom. And you hoes out of order. You see? Trickling all the way down to Issachar, man. Totally out of order, man. And it's a damn shame, but that's just the way it is. And that's why we need that destruction. Because we can't stand you people. The Lord can't stand you people. You see? Where we at? Psalms 91 and verse 7. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy right side. So like 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand. But it shall not come nigh thee. You see? Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. You see? So it's going to be majority of women that's going to die right here on the soils of America. You hoes love this place so much, you're going to die right here. You love your job so much, you're going to die right here. You see, you love the benefits that Esau give unto you. Well, the Lord's going to put the spirit on Esau to take all of this shit away from you. And you're going to die right here. You see, but as for the elect is going to be taken care of, man. You see, as well as the elect lady, you know, so you have nothing to worry about. But we're going to behold and see the reward of the wicked, because all of you people outside this council in the sights of Yahweh Shema Shah is considered wicked, and the Lord's going to kill you, man. You see? It says, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. So because, you know, the Lord has put the spirit upon us to return back unto him, to return back unto this truth and to dwell under the shadows of the Almighty, it's protection that comes with that. You see, it's a hedge that comes with that. Remember, the angels of the Lord encamp round about them that fear him. And that's what everybody outside this council, that's what all you women outside this council you lack, is the fear of Yahweh Shema Shah, as well as the fear of men. You see, because you women were created to fear man as well. You were created to fear your husbands. Just like you fear your fathers, you were created to fear your husbands as well, man. You see? But of course, you women have lost sight of all that. But the Lord is going to bring these things right back to your remembrance. But it's going to be through the way of judgment. It says, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, see, to keep thee in all thy ways. So protection, you know, for all you women that are in this truth, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Continue to keep the faith and do what the Lord told you to do by submitting yourselves to your husbands and really just shutting the hell up. You know, that's the best thing for you to do, because it's nothing for you to say once you are exposed to this truth. You ain't got shit to say, you know, because if you want to be technical and honest, really, Eve is the reason why we in this position any goddamn way, because through the women, and that's in the scriptures, came the beginning of sin. So it ain't shit for you to say. You done said a lot, and you done said too goddamn much, you know. But Lord willing, that was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who taught me this truth. Peace and blessings be to the hopeful elect, you men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.